Okay. 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 Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sumaiyyah and today I will present my research paper which titled Comparative Analysis of Factuality Verb Ratios in Hotel Management Responses to Customers' Negative Reviews. So for the aim of this study is actually to show how hotels use language and communication as tools to solve customers' problems and protect their business reputation by analyzing grammatical choices and grammatical signs. So the problem statement and research gap for this study is there is noticeable gap between luxury five-star hotels and uh, mid-scale three-star hotels, and also there is very little research about it, especially factuality systems. So there is build research question like what are the frequent grammatical signs, what are the factory system that categorize across the five-star and three-star hotel, and the explanation for the differences. Objective of this study is to identify the specific grammatical signs that form factuality messages, to examine the distribution of factuality verb features across five-star and three-star hotel, and to analyze the communicative strategies and grammatical science of these hotel managements. For this study is significant for the researchers and hotel management, also for education for the teachers and students. So for the literature review, I use two past studies. The first is by Tompi Fitchett and Gamper 2019. It used move analysis to look at the structure, responses, and also from Lau Sri Ratanachai is 2024. Is more specific features like language styles, formality verbs, and especially modal verbs. So this study use triangle language with grammars like will, can, and would to analyze the responses. Uh, For methodology of these studies, the research design is quantitative research design, and it also uses persuasive sampling. The sampling comes from five-star hotel with specifically to a three response from Pan Pacific Hotel Kuala Lumpur. I choose three review is from Dustin, Abdullah, and Chia review as the data, and then for the three-star response, I use also three responses from Holiday Inn Express Kuala Lumpur City Head Centre by IHG. I choose three review, which is from Ahmad, Gu, and Shaiham. But all of these responses I choose because of their address negative reviews regarding service mistake problems and issues within the hotel's rooms and facilities. So the data collection, I collect all of them from Bookie.com and all the text broken down by in sentence and phrases and that totaled around 100 to 102 verb groups that include 65 from 5 stars and 37 from 3 stars replies. I mean resources. Of course, data analysis I use the five category of empathic empathy. The five category of factuality system, which is empathic, high factuality, highly assuring factuality, low hypothetically, and ambiguity. So now move on to the result. It can be seen from both hotels that high factuality was the most used, where 56.9% of used in five-star hotels and 59.5% used in three-star hotels. But the obvious difference in both of them is it can be seen through hypothetically features and highly assured hypothetically feature and ambiguity feature were mostly used by the five-star hotel but not usually used by three-star hotels, and the least used for both of hotels is low hypothetically features, as low hepatitis features carries uncertainties. So for the discussion, I choose to look at Dustin reviews because it seems it has a lot more verb features, and then from that reviews and response, mostly response, I identify that mostly used is high factuality verbs, like phrases like "we understand and we agree." This is because the manager seems to want to validate the guest's feelings immediately, like showing that the hotel is responding to the reviews, and they also use auxiliaries like is to emphasize the fact and sincerity of the hotels. They also acknowledge the mistake by using emphatic markers like did not fully deliver to us is so they acknowledge the problems and take the blame. They also softening the sentences of the responses by using ambiguity verbs to such as giving, to restore, and to show to that create a long, elegant sentence that can guide the reader's mind for a process healing and seems like to invite them to the hotel back. And then they also doesn't forget for a polite distance by using highly assuring hypothetically verb features like would to keep a respectful distance and ensuring the guest does not feel pressured. Okay. For the three-star hotels, I use Amos reviews and responses because again it has a lot more verb features. Uh, from three-star hotels, it can be seen that they move to standardized facts because they use high factuality verbs like "we apologize" and "comments has been shared." When we see that it sounds robotic, so it sounds like the hotel treats the complex like just a form to process it quickly rather than an emotional personalized responses. So it also use a short sentences with a few ambiguous verbs to maintain the reputation of a fast high volume environment responses. And then they also use can instead of would, which is can is categorized under low factuality, low hypothetically, and because they want to make sure that they protect the hotel tight budget and making sure they do not promise any fee upgrades or customer care that they cannot deliver. So which means that they do not make any fixed promises that they cannot do against their capabilities. The similarities of can see that they both relies mostly to the high factuality than avoid a vague guarantees. But the differences can be seen from the amount of language, which means amount of words where five-star reviews usually use more to the more sentence, and then for complexity, five-star hotel is more complex rather than three-star hotels. And also, five-star hotel use personal empathy, and then three-star hotels is standardized process. They also has their own way to protect their businesses interests, while five-star hotel use world and three-star hotels use can. So conclude, though this study shows the five-star and three-star hotels differences through the factual grammatical science, and where five-star hotels use complex and flexible sentences, while three-star hotels use a simpler and shorter sentence to focus on the operational solutions. So despite all of that, they still have limitation because it's small data. Therefore, future studies should analyze more like thousands of global rivers across multiple hotels. That's all for me. Thank you. Not bad, not bad.